de tecnologia, né, com a participação da Petrobras. O Carreiras vai estar aqui com a gente, o CEO da Petrobras, contando um pouco das histórias, e também a Gláucia, que é a nossa sócia de inovação, né? Mas antes da gente contar um pouquinho do como é que vai ser o evento, como é que a gente vai aqui reorganizar, tem algumas novidades, né, Ana, como você comentou, a partir desse evento em si, é uma mudança um pouco na estratégia nossa de divulgação, mas a gente vai ter um vídeo agora da AWS para a gente passar, e depois a gente volta aí com algumas mudanças que eu queria aproveitar e compartilhar aí com o nosso pessoal que está vendo, e também em conjunto a gente seguir com a jornada aí de transformação e o novo desafio que as empresas estão vendo em relação a ecossistemas digitais, né? E a gente vai ter também, antes esqueci de mencionar, mas importantíssimo, a gente segue com as palestras globais sobre os assuntos para trazer um pouco da visão fora aqui do Brasil, mas o que a gente está vendo de mudança lá fora, tá bom?
Powerful.
Proven.
Possible.
Eu quero, para iniciar o nosso programa, convidar o Oliver Salzmann, ele que é líder de Ecossistemas Inteligência Artificial da Deloitte Alemanha. O Oliver tem mais de 18 anos de experiência em Process Bionics. Eu estou lendo aqui porque o currículo é extenso. Data Analytics e Inteligência Artificial. Ele liderou grandes projetos de análise de dados complexos e implementação de inteligência artificial aplicada na Europa para antecipar onde os mercados estão se desenvolvendo e também onde as oportunidades estão surgindo. Negócio quente que a gente precisa aprender com ele aqui. Oliver, welcome to our event. We are very excited to hear from you. Welcome to Brazil, and the word is yours.
Thank you very much, Anna, and thanks for having me and for the invitation, and also hello to the group in Brazil from Germany. And I'm happy to kick off the event today, and I'm pretty happy being able to give a few insights from what we are seeing in the field of ecosystem and the challenges of digital ecosystems from Deloitte. If you flip to the next slide, so we can directly go into the topic. In the last 20 years, we've seen a platform revolution where actually the technology changed the society with social media and social accounts. So the way we are acting, the way we are talking and communicating has tremendously changed over the last 20 years. But we're also seeing a lot of change in the industry through the platform revolution, especially, for example, in the field of hotels, taxi, but also wholesale, where the platform completely changed the industry as we know it. And as you maybe also aware, this is called the first wave of digitalization, where mainly the focus was on cloud, ERP, data warehouse, and their likes. However, the question we are asking us is now the second wave, which we are seeing, which will be tremendously driven by artificial intelligence and quantum computing. And the question will be, how is the world looking like in 10 years from now if we now have better access to technology, where artificial intelligence is getting smarter and getting more utilized within our industry, respectively also maybe in other fields which have not been touched so far. If you go to the next slide. And this is all about the money now been invested into startups and into the field of new technologies, because access to technology is now easier, but also the fields of innovations and where it will be applied is dramatically changing. So when we talked about social media and B2C business, when we've talked about platform revolutions in the space of hotels and taxi and wholesale, I think the more complex industries like life science, fintech, and the likes will be the next ones, especially also then some verticals like cyber and manufacturing. So this will be definitely an interesting race to see who will win that race. Will it be the VCs and PEs by really heavily founding and funding startups? Or will it be the already existing platform providers and hyperscalers which will actually dominate the market when applying AI and the emerging tech which we are seeing on the horizon? If you go to the next slide. Money is one thing. And I think also what everybody has to be aware of is that I think speed will also be of essence. It's not just the money, it's also the speed. If, for example, the telephone took 38 years to get utilized within 25% of the US population, with the smartphone, it only took 8 months. And I guess this will also reflect that I don't think, and we also do not expect, that further disruptive technologies and ideas from startups and maybe then other inventors will take so long. Maybe we'll speak about months or even weeks till we do see more disruptive technologies coming, and we need to make sure that we prepare ourselves. If we slide and maybe one level deeper, the way where we've seen the application of artificial intelligence is definitely not the one where we see that human beings been overtaken by the machines. But however, if you can go to the next slide, please. Thank you. But definitely repetitive tasks will be overtaken. And maybe as we have only, let's say, 40 now, the WEF even predicts that in 2025, half of the tasks within our business processes been overtaken by machines. But this is repetitive tasks, mainly driven by companies you may know, which are out there for process automation or process mining and process optimization, pretty successful, running on clouds, executing extremely powerful, and definitely getting the demand taken from the corporates. However, what we are seeing, if you go to the next slide, is that this is known. So everybody is getting used to this type of AI. However, and I think that's something which this is the trend in the AI market. We have 3.3 billion employees, but only 27 million AI software developers in the field. So the ones who really can execute on AI is really limited. And that's a push, what we are seeing. And if you look to the middle of this graph, where we say making employees more productive, but also enable new business models, this is exactly the trend what we are seeing in the next recent years, where we see low-code, no-code companies coming in and giving the power of AI and apply AI to the hands of your employees so that they can make sure that they know the process, they know the business, and they can directly interfere, respectively adopt and adapt some of the changes they want to make without having the need to do coding or knowing the algorithms behind, because that has been done by those really interesting startups in the market. So long story short, if we go to the next slide, I guess I talked about the money in the market. There was a first wave, second wave now, which is all about AI and automation in the next 10 years. It will require money, but also require speed. For sure, the access to technology is now easier. The question is now, how will our 4 pillars of ecosystems interact and work together and collaborate together? It's since Stone Age, everything been invented by researchers, so to say. It will be scaled and industrialized by the industry. The society obviously need to adopt and purchase the products to make sure that the demand is taken and the companies can rise. But also then the government's role is in order to make sure we govern and protect the new inventions and the new products and society. Again, 20 years ago, fine, in terms of speed and innovation. In our days, and even in the next couple of years, speed will dramatically increase. So we need to make sure that all of the challenges, what we see on the right side, respectively the influencing factors, will be intelligently connected in ecosystems. And that is something, I guess, which will be the main differentiator between economies, industries, and also corporates in order to win that race in the next 10 years. Thank you very much, and looking forward to an interesting discussion about the digital economies, respectively digital ecosystem. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Oliver. E eu gostaria muito de convidar agora o Ronaldo Fragoso, que vai conduzir uma entrevista com o Oliver aqui nesse instante. Ronaldo, agora é com você.
Thank you, Oliver. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
hi, Ronaldo.
thank you. First of all, thank you very much for your participation here. And the first question that I have for you is, you presented the scenario in terms of big companies that dominate the market. They are bigger than the public companies in Germany. And I would say that they are bigger than in Brazil as well. My question to you is, do you think these companies in the future, these big techs, will dominate the market as they are doing today? We're going to have the concentration in the future, or you believe it's going to be new companies, new startups, or new other companies that are going to dominate this market? What's your view on that, Oliver?
That's exactly the question, and I do not want to bet on something which is in 5 to 10 years from now. However, I think the race is on. I guess B2C is clear. The social media is clearly dominated and wholesale by platforms. The new trend for the industries I talked about, which have not been tackled so far, which are a bit more complex, where you need more artificial intelligence being applied, I think that race is on. And it's definitely the case that the access to technology, the use of algorithms is getting easier, more affordable, so that also really bright minds within companies or from research can get access and can do extremely great stuff. And at the moment, you own a great idea, maybe a good university graduate, and you get the money. You get a lot of money. So I guess it will decide on who has the best idea, the best capital, and who gets the fastest adoption in the industry. And I think that's not to forget the trust from the corporates in order to help and apply this new thing. So long story short, I think it's a race. I also do think it has not been decided. So I guess if AWS or maybe Amazon or Alphabet is as big and as dominating as it is today, is in question. And I think that's a good thing, which everybody, I think, likes, because competition helps the market to rise.
Okay, thank you. And I have one more question for you, and then we have to stop and move to the panel because of the timing. But my last question is, you also presented the future and the new technology that we're going to be challenged even the ecosystem, right? And including artificial intelligence and machine learning, or even other new technologies that will come to this environment. And the also challenge is how we reskill the people that we have to work with. Do you think it's more about the challenge in this ecosystem is how we choose the technology, or how we train or reskill the people to work with this technology?
That's a good question. As I mentioned, the technology and the use of the technology, especially in the emerging tech field, is getting, well, it is on purpose. It's easy to adopt and use them. That's the whole purpose of artificial intelligence and the trend what we are seeing, that the main bottleneck right now in applying AI and applying emerging tech is the human as such and the employee as such. If we overcome that hurdle, and that's what it's all about, then I guess it's the latter. The humans can focus on other things, maybe improve things, create new business models, whereby repetitive tasks and so forth and the like will be done by the machines. And the collaboration and the interaction between human and machines will be much, much easier.
Okay, Oliver, thank you very much.